We welcome back to the show. It's good to have him on. He's Senator Mike Braun. Senator, it's good to see you again. Okay, let's move through this. The White House is moving to sanction more Putin insiders, the Russian oligarchs. Russia's moving to avoid sanctions. The U.S. is imposing new sanctions on 22 Russian defense entities. So we've got that. But, Senator, the sanctions have such big holes in them. Russia's evading them. They can still use Russian banks to process their oil trades. So what is happening here, Senator?
I hope they're smart enough to have a plan behind this, because they certainly weren't in trying to preempt all this, both the EU and the U.S. But my gathering of this is that they're leaving just enough slack in the system to give Putin maybe a little flexibility to wind himself out of this. That's the big uncertainty, Liz, because the cat is out of the bag. That projection of weakness over the entire Biden term, I think, gave him the idea that this would actually work. Big mistake. He knows it now. He's seeing it in his own country. But I think when Germany came on board, said they're going to bump their defense spending up, of course, that's in the future, but a commitment to it, the signals have changed. And I think Putin knows that, and I think we're walking a tightrope of giving him enough room to maneuver so that we don't force him into something really tragic, and that's a tricky game. To me, it's that old ounce of prevention being worth a pound of cure. I'd love to know when we were seeing the signals through our own intel that he was trying to pull this off. Look how much easier this would have been had he not done it. Now we're in a pickle, and he's holding a lot of the cards.
So, in other words, so give him some slack so he doesn't do a major bombing or takes this up to a higher level. Is that the idea, sir?
I think his choices are binary right now. It's mostly how would he save face. Even China abstained today on a condemning resolution. And I think the only ones that voted not to condemn would have been like Belarus, North Korea, Syria. That's how bad it's gotten for him as kind of a pariah on the world scene. But yes, give him some options to where he can pull back, save face, because I think if you don't, he then starts taking it up several notches more, and that would be even worse.
Yeah, we hear you. So here's what's also happening. The EU is moving to stop Russia from using cryptocurrencies to evade sanctions. The EU, also the U.S., pushing on the Russian banks out of the SWIFT messaging system. That settles trades, and it's an international communication system for wire transfers. But again, they stopped short of blocking those Russian banks handling Russian energy, and still no oil embargo. So the Russian banks are exempted. And Russia has been moving to sanction-proof its economy after it invaded Crimea in 2014. It's cutting its dependence on the U.S. dollar. 2/3 of its trade with China is not in U.S. dollars. So, you know, what's happening here is your point about this being a pickle is an important one, because this is really serious. Yeah, they're feeling economic blows, but they're doing an end run, right? And so they're doing an end run also with other systems that are like SWIFT that you see in India and China to do these wire transfers and these trades to keep their oil flows coming in and revenues coming in.
And the big thing, along with their end runs, which you know they're going to do that now that they're in the whole mix of what they, started. The biggest thing is they prepared for it by lowering their debt, getting foreign currencies, having that hedge with China. But I think the thing he didn't count on was that seeing what happened in Crimea, where we did nothing, seeing what happened in Georgia, he didn't think probably Europe was going to wake up. Certainly didn't think that we were going to circle the wagons in a way that shows more resolve. But we should have done it when we got the intel to where it would have been more preemptive. That's a moot point now. We're in it. And you got to remember, too, his economy is tiny. Germany's is over 2.5 times the size of Russia's economy.
Yeah, it's important.
The EU, 22 trillion roughly. We're about a $22, $23 trillion economy. This, in the long run and even the mid-run, should be no big deal for us to put him down economically.
Got it. Senator Mike Braun, great interview. It's come back soon. Thanks for spending time with us. We're coming out of